Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and introduce week 8 to you, which is February the 24th through March the 1st, which is assessment and review. We're going to review pages 146 to 179. There are no new learning objectives for this week. Students will be assessed on your ability to describe daily routine and habits, as well as how to express your personal care needs. You'll also be assessed on your ability to compare objects and people, and your ability to describe people or things using superlatives. You'll be assessed on your ability to use the present progressive to discuss that which is happening at the moment. All assignments for this week are due by the end of the day, the 27th. There are no instructor videos to watch this week, but please post any questions or concerns you still have about material covered in last week's videos in the forum, or just post that you have no questions or concerns. We are going to take our test on test 3 on chapter 5. We're going to do it in class. And that date would not be right. So if these are due on the 27th, I'll fix the date in a minute. And then oral dialogue prep, it'll get moved down here, and you know the drill. When you open it up, you're going to see someone's script that you're to critique. So let me pull up the test. Okay, so test 3, chapter 5, it says, los artículos personales, what objects do you typically use to get ready in the morning? Label each of the numbered items. Be sure to include the definite article, el or la, in your answer. So you have, makeup, soap is number 5, a comb for number 2, shaving cream for 3, and a razor, not an electric razor, but a regular one for number 4. Here it says las rutinas. What item do these people use in the morning? Complete each sentence with an appropriate word from the word bank. Be sure to use each word only once. And so you'll read the sentence where they're describing what somebody's doing, and then you'll list the item that they would be using to do that. Then here, this is just vocabulary. Remember, we had all these pictures and reflexive verbs. So you don't need to do any conjugating. Oops, sorry. Just pick the choice of the 3 that reflects what the person is doing in the picture. Then here it says las mañanas de la familia Chavez. Listen to a description of one family's morning routine and decide whether each statement is cierto or falso. So I will read this dialogue to you, and you'll read the statements below and decide if they're true, false, or if the information isn't given, select no se menciona. Then you have los verbos reflexivos. Complete the sentence with a logical reflexive verb. Be sure to use the appropriate form of the verb and corresponding reflexive pronoun. So there isn't a word bank, but you'll go through and decide what reflexive activity is happening here and make sure you conjugate. Remember, if you're doing it to yourself, it has to have a reflexive pronoun. Then we have lo máximo. Choose the word that best completes each superlative statement. So you'll read through these statements and pick the word that best completes the superlative. Then you have present progressive, ¿qué están haciendo? Take the verb that's in parentheses and put it in the present progressive form. And remember, if it has a reflexive pronoun, you have to do something with that reflexive pronoun. You can't just ignore it. Here, you'll read through this paragraph and plug in the correct word that would best complete the sentence, as well as conjugate it correctly. Remember, we need to make the spelling match who it is that has to do the cleaning, the organizing, etc. Then we're doing the present progressive again. So pick the word from the word bank that best completes each sentence, then turn it into the present progressive. And again, remember that you have to do something with the reflexive pronoun if you have it. Then here you've got various vocabulary. Just pick the vocabulary word that best completes each sentence. And then here we have our comparison. So there's some halfway done comparison statements made based on these 3 living environments. You just fill in what's missing. Okay, and that's everything you have to do for week 8.